Hello, my name is MatthewWarner, and this is the presentation for my project in my Edit 5397 Practicum in Instructional Technology. The project is for the Pasadena Independent School District. The idea behind the project is to help the engineering teachers in the district create lessons for the brand new class in the district. The class is a practicum course for seniors interested in the engineering field. The goal of the course is to give them insight into the real world of engineering, help them gain some valuable experience, and hopefully guide them in both their educational and professional pursuits. Since the program is brand new to the district, there are not any available resources outside of the objectives for the course created by the TEA. There is no scope and sequence, no lesson plan template, ideas for projects, or anyone to really ask about advice. So, based on the SAM instructional design model, I proposed creating a reusable 6-week unit lesson plan template complete with tools, resources, templates, and even a professional contact list to help both the current and future teachers of the course as they design their own lessons. The main goal was not to do all the instructional design for them. Instead, I wanted to provide enough assets to help them streamline their own individual lesson designs, provide a central location to access the resources, and create an open line of communication between engineering teachers in the district in an attempt to create a true professional learning community. I think that the most beneficial development of the project is the professional contact list. In order to provide the students with knowledge of the real world of engineering, I believe you have to have real-life engineers. So one of the biggest tasks was reaching out to local engineering firms to try and establish contacts with engineers that are willing to speak with the students either through classroom visits, virtual visits, or class field trips. I was able to speak with engineers from civil, mechanical, aerospace, computer, and other engineering fields as well. I was also able to speak with some of the people from engineering programs at local universities so that I could also expose the students to the realities of majoring in an engineering field and illuminate them to what they could expect. I also created a 6-week unit scope and sequence, which acts as a pacing calendar for designing a 6-week project. Since the grading periods at Pasadena ISD are 6 weeks long, and there are 6 of them, it made sense to try and develop projects that fit into that time frame. So the scope and sequence break down what to do on every day from initial questionnaires and pretests all the way to the end of unit surveys and summative assessments. One of the biggest challenges for me was creating templates for pre-testing and post-testing the students. Because there are so many different fields of engineering, and very few of the questions would be reusable from one field to the next, I found the mission of creating those templates impossible. While I think the idea is great and would have benefited any teacher in developing a 6-week unit, I just could not come up with a formula that would work. In the end, I realized I'll have to make pre and post tests for each of the fields to be reusable and not just templates. My next challenge came during formative evaluations. I utilized my class as a means of gathering formative feedback and realized that almost all of them had issues with the amount of time provided for the project. Because engineering is a process of trial and error and it can take a large amount of time to get from idea to realization, most of the students expressed their concern for being able to finish the project in the amount of time allotted. Due to that fact, I discussed the idea of making the units 9 weeks with my stakeholder. While she did express some concern, we agreed that as the program progresses from year to year, the design can be refined back to 6-week units. My final challenge is with the very people I designed the project for, the other engineering teachers. I shared my project with 3 of the other engineering teachers in the district and quickly realized they did not come from educational backgrounds. Instead, they are from the world of engineering and don't really see the benefit of actually designing lessons. Most of them have specific backgrounds in fields of engineering that they are comfortable teaching. They seemed impressed with the project but expressed the fact that they were going to stick with teaching their students robotics, aeronautics, or mechanical engineering all year, and they will be the engineering professionals that their students can look to for knowledge and experience. So the project may not turn out to be something I need to continue to develop for them so much as for myself at this point. Then I can use it to develop a program that my students can benefit from while focusing on several different fields of engineering instead of just one. Some of the lessons that I learned were the importance of developing your Gantt chart before beginning the project to help stay on task. I learned that you must be willing to change your ideas and be flexible because developing this project was very dynamic and changed from week to week. I learned that I actually have to create pre and post tests for each field in engineering instead of just templates. And I think overall I learned to become a better instructional designer by participating in this project. Having already done formative evaluations with some of my students and 3 of the engineering teachers in the district, I wanted to have my final formative evaluation done by someone with a completely different perspective. I wanted someone with a background in education to evaluate my project. I also wanted someone that wasn't going to be involved with the project, but that could evaluate it on the basis of instructional design and potential effectiveness. I did want someone that teaches in the STEM field and that also teaches a course that predominantly involves project-based lessons. I chose a physics teacher from the district named Mr. Joe Duda. After analyzing the project, Mr. Duda will complete a survey and then we'll do a one-on-one interview in the hope that he can offer some helpful advice to improve the end product. In the end, I found the project to be challenging and rewarding at the same time. While time was the most difficult obstacle to overcome, I think that the project has given me a whole new perspective on what it takes to develop an educational course. I believe I gained valuable experience that will pay dividends in the future as I progress in my career.